What's that?
It's hot chocolate.
Is it for 5?
No. It's for me. In order to expand my meal plans for the crew, I need to educate my palate on flavor profiles.
That's a pretty big tasting sample.
I like to be thorough. Although the blink drive obviates the need to do so, I've placed the ship in FTL. It may not be necessary, but it does make us a fairly difficult target to track.
Good thinking.
2. Are you upset that I helped 4 retrieve his memories without consulting the rest of the crew?
I'll admit, I was a little surprised at first. But the truth is, they're his memories. If he wants them back, that was his choice.
And yet you chose not to do the same? I'm concerned I may have made another mistake.
Well, dealing with people isn't the same as monitoring systems. Sometimes it's not so easy to know what to do.
If he had come to you, as a friend, would you have done the same thing?
Yes. Of course.
Very well.
It's time. Where's Nix? Never mind. Android takes to Zyron.
I'm detecting the presence of 6 Ashita cruisers in planetary orbit.
How are they responding to our arrival?
They're not.
Because they're expecting us. They're heroes' ships. Loyal to my cause.
I'm not taking any chances. Full shields.
Yes, 2. I'm picking up a planetary-wide broadcast from the Ashita Palace.
On screen.
Citizens of Zyron, we are under siege. Your exalted emperor, my son, was scheduled to address you today. But moments ago, he was the target of an assassination attempt. Although he escaped serious harm, he has been taken to a safe location for treatment, leaving me to rule in his stead. I have discovered that this was an attempted coup, orchestrated by the exiled pretender to the throne, Ishido Ryo, backed by traitorous forces within the royal court. These threats have been identified, and they will be dealt with swiftly and without mercy.
I'm picking up explosions on the orbiting Ashita cruisers.
Android, get us out of here.
Hello, 4. Are you ready to go?
Yes. I came to say goodbye. You've come a long way, Android. From the factory-set utility model we purchased back on Lyra 9. Back then, you were a machine no different than any other piece of technology. But now, you are so much more.
How so?
Your capacity for emotional response was no accident.
Yes. I've discovered an emotive subroutine was uploaded into my neural matrix. I've concluded that 2 was responsible.
Portia, yes. With the help of Das, or 5. It was the act of making you whole that brought the 2 of them together. Changed a lot of things on this ship, for the better.
Why did they do it?
The answer lies within you.
That's very poetic. And ultimately unhelpful.
No, I mean literally within you. You possess internal recorders that documented your time on the ship before we went into stasis.
I was rebooted?
Which wiped your immediate access to the digital data, but not the data itself. It still exists, somewhere inside you. You just have to find it.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I may not get another chance. Because I've always liked you, Android. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Ford. Good luck.
Take them away.
Empress, how dare you enter this chamber unannounced?
Apologies, but a ship just appeared over the palace.
What do you mean, appeared?
Scream!
This is the Raza. Surrender your prisoners or I will open fire on your capital.
You're an android. Your duty is to your crew, their well-being. You wouldn't jeopardize them.
Normally I wouldn't. But I'm under specific orders from the ship's commander. Orders that override my responsibilities to the crew. I needn't remind you. I'm a machine. A logic-based entity incapable of empathy. The death of my crew would be an unfortunate but ultimately acceptable loss in this scenario.
We'll see about that. Misaki, execute one of the prisoners.